And today we celebrate a remarkable team that worked tirelessly to make Coach look good in terms of his job and not just his wardrobe. His tailor and stylist could not make it, but we do have his basketball players here. So Coach Wright and this team treated us to as memorable a run and as memorable a championship game as I can remember. We'll talk more about that game in a second, but these Wildcats were about more than just one moment or one shot. They had unbelievable defense. They had great clutch shooting, a senior class that won more games than any group in Wildcat history. They had a stable of talented players who were as happy hitting the deck for a loose ball as they were cutting down the nets. You had Daniel Ochefu, a.k.a. the Chef, who became just the 7th player in program history to score 1,000 points and grab 900 boards. Pretty good. Also not afraid to do the little things. We saw him grab that mop in the middle of the game. We had Josh Hart, who led the Wildcats in scoring. Congratulations, Josh. Josh, where'd you go to school? Sidwell Friends School. My daughter will be graduating from there next week, which makes me cry when I talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it, but it was good to see a Sidwell kid do well. Chris Jenkins, a.k.a. Big Smooth, who learned how to shoot from his mom. Moms know what they're talking about. And then there is Ryan Arcidiacono. Now, I just sped through that in case I didn't say it right. Barack Obama's tough, but Arcidiacono, man, that's a lot of vowels in there. So we're just going to call him Arch. Captain since his freshman year, wore the blue and white in more games than any Wildcat ever, and went out in style as the most outstanding player of the Final Four. So we are very, very proud of him. Give him a big round of applause. But more than any individual honor, this team possessed something that the coaches preached from day one, and that's attitude. As Coach Wright says, in life, you can't control what happens to you, but you do control how you respond to it. And that's how they bounced back from disappointing tournaments these past few years. That's how they rolled through the first 3 rounds by an average of 24 points, beat Kansas to punch their ticket to the Final Four. In Houston, they blew the doors off Oklahoma by a Final Four record 44-point margin, all of which set up an unbelievable showdown with the Tar Heels. Might be maybe the best title game of all time. Just the last few seconds could be a documentary. You had an unbelievable double clutch circus shot from Marcus Page on USC's team. A lot of teams would have had their spirit broken. Wildcats, they took control, they responded. And on a play called Nova, Chris took a pass from Arch and pulled up a few steps behind the line and shot this team into basketball lore. That was a good shot. You know, it was like a Christian Laettner shot. It was like a Jimmy V running up and down the court shot. Charles Barkley apparently jumped out of his seat, which he doesn't do very often these days. Legendary coach Massimino, who led their Wildcats their first title 31 years ago, obviously couldn't be prouder. Coach Wright, on the other hand, played it cool, just turned around, shook hands, like nothing happened. So, but I know inside he was pretty excited. So this is a team for the ages, on and off the court. Their grades ranked in the top 10% nationally. All 5 seniors graduated. In fact, ever since the 1970s, the Wildcats have graduated every 4-year player, and that's the kind of record that you really want. They're also involved in the Philadelphia community, serving meals for those in need, supporting the Special Olympics. A few days after their win, Arch and the Chef heard about a fan small boy battling cancer who could use a boost. So without fanfare, they snuck into the boy's basement and hid in his playhouse to surprise him, which seems a little scary, but their hearts were in the right place. And that's what we saw all year from this team, the heart of a champion. So congratulations to the Wildcats for an unbelievable season.
We are suspending our campaign. But hear me now. I am not suspending our fight for liberty. I am not suspending our fight to defend the Constitution.